purposes only. You'd be an idiot to listen to anything these degenerates say. Invest at your own risk, do research, but seriously don't listen to these ass clowns. Now enjoy Cash Daddies.
Welcome to Cash Daddies. We're banking fatties. How are you guys?
Living the dream, baby. Living the dream.
Join me as always, Howie Dewey and Jay Nice, Johnny Woodard. Guys, I'm sorry, I was halfway through my sandwich.
What?
What do you?
Why did you tell me to start the show if you had a mouthful of sandwich?
Because I'm an idiot. That's why.
You
guys are back
here.
in it. A lot of great things going on. I'm constantly getting hit up by the people going, when's the Saratoga special coming out? Howie, when is the Saratoga special coming out?
Listen, it's done. It's shot. Pictures are all ready to go. We got to make that call, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks, man, because it's done. It's ready to go.
All right.
It's all tech right now. It's all technology and just put it out.
Have you pulled the audio yet?
Yeah, the audio's nice.
I mean, have you ripped the audio to make it into a record as well?
No, I haven't done that. That's why we got to call your boys.
Okay, we'll get it going.
I don't know how to rip a record. What do I look like, DJ Jazzy?
It's really easy, dude. Any audio guy could do it for you. Yeah, but we'll talk to some people. All right, guys, we're in it. Great week. We're going to do a little hour for you because Howie's got to go watch the Yankees flame out and not make the playoffs this year. Stop with the dreaming.
Look, there's 11 games left. We got Toronto tonight. We got Dante Bichette and the boys coming to town. If we win the next three, if we sweep Toronto, it's a talking point. We're still in it. We got a shot.
Okay. Johnny, what's going on with the Braves?
I love Dante Bichette. Well, they won the division, they made the playoffs, and they're resting guys now, so it's hard to do. I don't know if I love resting guys, honestly, but I guess it kind of screwed us in the playoffs a couple of times over the past few years. Not doing it, not resting a player, so I'm okay with it, I guess.
Dodgers only 3.5 games out.
They'll never catch up.
I don't think so either, but you never know, bro. You never know.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't know if the Dodgers will win in the first round.
I am going in with zero expectations.
They lost all their pitching. I mean,
all their pitching's gone. All their pitching's gone. And Andrew Friedman, you see him like the Dodgers celebrating winning the pennant, which I get it. I get it. They won the division, respect on that. But like the way they're popping champagne, I'm like, what are we doing here, bro? And Andrew Freeman's like, we got the pitching to do it. You're like, everyone knows you're lying right now. Everybody knows it. And your hope of getting Ohtani, I don't know if that's going to happen.
Well, I mean, is Ohtani even going to be able to pitch?
Nah, you got to get the surgery. But keeping it in business mode here, talking strictly business. New York Jet season tickets this year were about 400% more expensive than any other year. Last Monday, I had probably the best seats in the stadium. I was on the 40-yard line, about 30 feet up, and it was the wildest, most exciting pregame that you've ever been to. You couldn't hear yourself think. Aaron Rodgers bringing out the flag. We're going crazy.
It's nuts. It's nuts.
I was 50 feet away from him, sitting next to a dude that was a foot doctor, a podiatrist. And he went down. And I said, he's got to be all right because he's in no pain. And the doctor, he goes, he's fucked because he's in no pain. He said right now he's feeling some warmth in the back of his ankle. He knew, this dude knew he tore his Achilles. And that literally, if you bought season tickets, you got to be the most pissed off person in the world because prices on tickets from here on out, they're going to be
garbage, dude. Yeah. I mean, like I have this theory that if you are the second team in a major market, you are cursed. Like they just curse you, right? So you have the Knicks, excuse me. You have the Yankees and the Mets.
Yeah.
You have the Giants and the Jets. You have the Clippers and you have the Lakers and the Clippers, and then I guess you can say the Knicks and the
Brooklyn
Nets.
Nets.
At least the Mets have won a World Series, at least.
No, I'm with you on that. And the Jets have won a Super Bowl.
But I mean,
But,
come
like-
on, Joe Namath. I mean, that was a long time ago.
1969.
Johnny, they've won more than your football team.
My team's only been around since '97. They haven't won shit.
Yeah,
since then.
and they've done nothing.
What do you
So
mean? We've
zip
been in
it.
a Super Bowl twice.
Yeah, and they've done nothing. They've won nothing.
What do you mean?
Okay.
That counts going to the Super Bowl. They've been better than the Jets.
You're
is my
either
fucking
winning
point.
or you're the number one loser. You guys
Well,
have been the
I
number
mean,
one
Jesus
loser
Christ,
twice.
and the Raiders haven't done shit.
Well, the Raiders haven't done squat. I mean, you're literally like, it's like who's slower on the short bus, bro? That's what we're talking about right here. Who's the fastest on the short bus? That's the real
But
question.
I mean, the Jets have had real, when was their best run? Was it Chad Pennington? When was the last time they had a run?
No, Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, I mean,
Sanchez.
I guess that guy was garbage. What a bad player.
Yeah. I mean, but it was Monday night was the most devastating. We played great. We came back and won. But when you walked out of that stadium, you were like,
Yeah,
we won, but we really lost.
Ugh.
And
that is the craziest thing ever. It's unbelievable to me that happened. And I was just telling Johnny, like, it's almost like Thanos just snapped his finger and we lost all those memories of Roger leading the Jets to victory.
Yeah.
It's gone.
well, financially, when he went down, everyone in that stadium got hurt. I mean, there were so many season ticket holders, people buying 5-game packages, and they paid 300%, 400%, 500% over what market is right now today. I'm glad I didn't. I almost went in with 2 old fraternity brothers, man. We almost bought season. I'm so fucking glad I didn't because they were insanely expensive.
Ugh.
I mean, for cheap seats, they were like $350 a ticket. It was nuts. I'm glad I didn't do it, man. But anyways,
but you could get him now.
What the hell is going on with all these strikes? Since I've been living, I don't think I've seen this many strikes in America ever across the board.
UAW is the latest thing, right?
Dude, and that's a big one, man. UAW. That hurts Ford, GM, all of them.
And they're talking about it expanding to more plants, probably is what the latest word is.
It's not getting done. It's and I love how fucking Biden, the government says, we're going in there and we're going to help out. And basically the UAW guy said, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You're not sitting down with us because we know you'll fuck things up worse. So the government has nothing to do with any of this strike. It's not going to get settled. This is going to go on a while. It's going to cost hundreds of millions of dollars. So you got that along with, all the streaming services are getting their nuts kicked in right now with this writer and actor strike. That's not close to being settled. This shit's going on, man. And don't be surprised if you see other areas start to too. This is a little scary, man. There's too many damn strikes at the same time.
Yeah, I got the word from the street from my hairdresser. She says that she works with a lot of actors and none of them they can't even afford haircuts anymore, but they're telling her that they think this thing's going to go well into next year, which would be,
which strike?
The actor strike.
Oh, dude. Dude, what are your guys' thoughts about Bill Maher and Drew Barrymore? Like, what's it gonna do?
I don't have a problem with it at all because I mean I'm from the South. Naturally, I don't have a history of unions. I'm not a big believer in unions, frankly. I think they're kind of bullies. But I don't have a problem with it. If he's doing it within the rules of the union, I have no problem with it, and he is because there are a lot of other people who don't have unions that are on that job. They're just out of work. They're fucked while they're waiting for them to clear up their labor disputes. And that's not right. He was taking care of them, he said, but I don't know. At least in Maher's case, I don't have much of a problem with it.
But now they changed their minds. Both Drew Barrymore and Bill Maher came out and said, we're not going to do it. We're not going to.
Yeah, I don't think they should.
I think
that's
should.
My opinion. I think that's crossing the line, even though I think that Hollywood puts out nothing but woke garbage. His writers are his his lifeblood. I mean, I know he can riff, but it's like, why you gonna start the show? I'm sorry, dude. I just think this is to me the last chance for these people to hold on to any kind of chance of making a decent living in Hollywood. That's my humble
see. He's
opinion.
saying that now that they're back at the table, he's going to delay it for now. And if they don't get something done this time around,
I think the writers realize they have no leverage right now. They have zero public support. Nobody cares. Everybody, and it's just like there's nobody demanding anything. And I just think they just realized they're fucked. And it's like the other day I was watching The Little Mermaid. You could not make a bigger piece of garbage than what that movie was. And I wanted it
bad?
To be good.
Oh, was it bad? Oh.
Everything is just like suspend any belief in anything.
Wait, what do you mean? It's a fairy tale.
Right. But everything there's a ground in something. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like when you do a fairy tale like that, right? I mean, even let's say Star Wars, right? There are basic rules of our lives that get applied to that, right? It's a reality that is of the future, but it's still meant to be portrayed as a reality. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not that it's a fairy tale. Yeah, it's a made up story, of course, but there are basics that are rooted in reality, which allow you to digest the story. So what am I saying? So in stand-up, it's basically like in stand-up, right? The minute you have a complex thought, the laugh is going to be less because people have to think. And that's why, Nickelback comedy is crushing right now. Because the less you make people think, the bigger the laugh is. It's just easily digestible bites. With The Little Mermaid, the mother is pitch black. She's as black as you can get. The son, the prince, is the whitest dude you've ever seen in your life.
That's so funny. I also is that the thing you were talking about that doesn't make any sense? That the son doesn't look like him?
You don't know
his
that.
dad is like Indian, his mother is pitch black, he's white as snow, and you're like, what is going on here?
She slipped and fell on an albino's dick. It happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like literally his father would have to be invisible to balance it out.
That's funny.
Hey, man.
I love that that's your beef with the movie where the woman has her scales magically fall away and she can walk on the beach suddenly, and then all of a sudden she turns back into a fish. Doesn't make any sense.
Because this gets into all the cultural Marxism shit.
Oh, it's 100% that. I mean, yeah, for sure.
That's the point. By itself, It means nothing. Who gives a shit? But it just becomes this that your children don't have the same data you have. So it's very hard for you to help them.
Does the Little Mermaid have a mother? I've always
no, I don't know. She has a dad.
I've always wanted to bang a mermaid. I've always wanted to bang a mermaid, but she'd have to be in her 40s.
Why?
I like mermaids in their 40s.
He likes mature women, Sam. What's your problem?
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
It was thrown at me, man. It was thrown at me when I used to I was a teacher. You can't bang the students, but you can bang the mothers.
Yeah, and the mothers will do anything for
the mothers.
Good grades.
Anything.
Have you ever thought about who Forrest Gump was surrounded by? It's just some shady ass bitches. Yeah, didn't his mom bang the principal or the teacher?
To get him sorted out.
And then his girlfriend leaves and comes back with a kid and AIDS, right? I mean, it's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, where did that come from?
But I mean, no, when I taught, it was every year there was 3 or 4 different mothers going through a divorce, pissed off at the husband, or just fucking had a kid out of wedlock, which was awesome. That was like fucking taking candy from a baby. Yeah. And it was like, and these kids were always probably the dumbest kids in my class. Like, these are kids that put fucking orange juice in their Cheerios. They put their shoes on backwards. And the mothers would be like, Mr. Dewey, he's already failed first grade. He can't fail fifth grade. What can we do to get him to the sixth grade? I'm like, I'll tell you what we can do. Just meet me here around 5 o'clock. We'll talk it over. And that always ended up with, Mr. Dewey, was that you leaving the house this morning? Yeah, it was, kid. You know what? You're moving on. You're not failing. Trust me. You already passed. Fucking
You are winning. You are winning.
You're winning.
You are winning.
Your mom's winning. Mr. Dewey's winning. We're all winning.
We're living in weird times. All right, buddy. What we're getting into? I'm sure people are like, what is this show? It's the show of the shows. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the showy show.
Well, we got the automobile industry getting its ass kicked right now. We got oil and energy just continues to sky. This is the longest I can remember in decades for a sector. Oil and energy, it's been going up straight for 2 years. It was at a low when we started this podcast, and I haven't stopped out of it yet. I keep putting 10, 15% stop losses, and they don't hit. They just keep going up. OIH
Is
and
it too
XL
late to get in? Is it too late to get in?
You know what? Short term, you could get in and probably eke out another 10, 15%, but I definitely would have my stop losses in. But I think it's still got a ways to go. I still like natural gas. I think we could be in for a little rougher winter than what they're saying. So I like natural gas. I like UNG. On the positive note, first time in 3-4 years, we got IPOs popping right now. This hasn't happened. Initial public offerings, privately traded companies going public. That's happening right now.
Instacart, right?
Instacart. I had never fucking heard of Instacart.
Oh, really?
Oh, what?
I use it all the time.
Everybody does out now.
Yeah,
especially when COVID hit.
It's big, but I mean, I guess it was up 18% today. And, if you're lucky enough to get a little of that IPO, and, I know the listeners are like, how do you get an IPO? You have a big account at a firm like Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, or Merrill Lynch, Bank of America. You got to have a good size account there.
What price did they get it at? What is the zero? Like, what's the starting price? That's the target that is set by the firm? Is that how they just, or
yeah?
What determines where it starts?
Demand. So in other words,
right? But how do they know what the demand is when it's listed? That's what the part I don't understand.
Well, privately, you have a bunch of analysts and investment bankers who sit down with the company for months and months, and they figure out the sales, they figure out the gross sales, they figure out the margins, the net profits, and they say, you know what, we value your company at $1 billion. Okay. So if we issue this many shares, that would put the stock at $32 a share.
And then they go to their big clients, their big accounts, and say, hey, do you want in on this? Is that how that works?
Well, here's the way it works. The way it works is, let's say Morgan Stanley is the lead underwriter on a company that's going public. They're the lead, and then you have 4 or 5 little guys. You'll have UBS, Merrill Lynch, a couple small banks. And when they issue, let's say they issue 1 million shares, Morgan Stanley will get 750,000, and then the 4 or 5 other little banks will split up the other 250,000. So what happens is this: Morgan Stanley will give their biggest clients the most amount of shares right off the bat. Their pensions, their 401ks. They're huge private clients, your guys that are worth 500 million. They'll get the most of it, because what these guys will do is flip it. The second it comes out and it pops up 20-30%, man, you get out of it. You flip it.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's why you see it. That's why you see it pop, right, and then drop a lot of times.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, because everybody sells it. And say a little guy like me has a decent size account at Morgan Stanley, and they give all the shares out. I might get 100 shares, 200 shares, and that's basically a gift from my broker saying, thank you for using me. Here's a little gift. It's going to pop, sell it. So, but when you see IPOs come out, that usually tells you that we could be in for a nice little bull market over the next couple of years, because they sure as hell won't bring these things out in a shitty market. They want these things to pop. And you saw Instacart was up 18-20% today.
I'm not surprised. It's a good service. They're in competition now, though, for the first time with Uber and DoorDash, because they're starting to offer the same service. And Instacart does not do food delivery, at least that I know of yet. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, they do have competition, major competition, but
and they're talking about a few more of these IPOs coming out. Man, that's what you like to see. You like to see that, because then, even though I think we may correct tomorrow, there's not a lot going on positive with the economy. But when you see these IPOs coming out, that tells you that, we're in a bull market, baby. That's when you got to go along. So, I see another one of these come out. It's time to look. A lot of these stocks have been beaten down.
Hey, guys, real quick, I want to tell you about Factor Meals. Let me tell you about Factor.
With the busy fall season already in swing, you might be looking for wholesome, convenient meals for jam-packed days. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit, can help you fuel up fast with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time.
Chef top-notch.
You'll save time, eat well, and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle. Too busy to cook this fall, but want to make sure you're eating well? With Factor, you can skip the trip to the grocery store and the chopping, the prep, and the cleaning up too, while still getting the flavor and nutritional quality you need. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes, so all you have to do is heat and enjoy, and then get back to crushing your goals. Looking for calorie-conscious options during the busy season? Try delicious, dietitian-approved, again, calorie-smart meals with around or less than 550 calories per serving. And if you need an extra boost to support your wellness goals and feel your best as you tackle the busy autumn, you should try the Protein Plus meals with 30 grams of protein or more per serving. And you can round out your meal and replenish your snack supply, Snack Sam, with an assortment of 45 plus add-ons, including breakfast items like their delicious apple cinnamon pancakes, bacon and cheddar egg bites, and potato, bacon, egg, and breakfast skillet. Sounds awesome. Or for an easy wellness boost, try refreshing beverage options like cold-pressed juices, shakes, and smoothies. This September, get Factor and enjoy eating well without the hassle. Simply choose your meals and enjoy fresh, flavor-packed meals delivered straight to your door, ready in just 2 minutes. No prep, no mess. Head to factormeals.com/cash50 and use the code cash50 to get 50% off. That's code cash50 at factormeals.com/cash50 to get 50% off.
Nice. Hey, you know what the Cash Daddies love? Well, we love Copy My Crypto. Let me tell you about Copy My Crypto.
We've seen so many people making ridiculous money from crypto, but do you know it's easy for you to do the same? The Copy My Crypto membership site allows you to see the coins that YouTuber James McMahon personally holds and allows you to copy him. It's like having a big brother who knows what he's doing. Always wanted that. You don't need to know a thing about crypto or how to invest. You simply do what he does. So let me tell you about James, our friend. We all know about James. He runs the Crypto with James YouTube channel, which despite heavy censorship has more than 26,000 subscribers. Since March 2020, he's told his viewers to buy 26 crypto coins. Had you put just $100 into each one, that went on to be worth more than $123,000. Of the 26 coins, his top pick of the year, a coin called Phantom, went up 692x from when he named the thing. That one call alone retired a number of people, including guys in their 20s and 30s. Remember, this is public knowledge. You can go to YouTube and verify it yourself. So if you'd like to join James and the 2,800 members who copy him, stop what you're doing and head over to copymycrypto.com/Sam. That's copymycrypto.com/Sam. SAM. You'll not only find proof of everything I've said here, but our listeners get full access for just $1. Once again, that's copymycrypto.com/Sam. The recession is still here, guys, and you can suffer like everyone else or choose to thrive. James is the real deal. Go visit the site right now.
Disney came out today, and Disney said
I saw this.
that they're going to put fucking hundreds of millions of dollars into their parks and their cruises.
That's great news, Howie. What was the stock market's response to this fantastic news of investment in the parks?
I was down like 5% today, Disney, because they're spending money. Now, if Disney came out and said they laid off 50,000 people and they're going to, starve to death, the stock would be up 10%. But they came out, whenever you see a company saying, we got to invest some money, we got to toss some money into this, we're going to have to spend, you're going to see the stock drop. And it was down to like 82 today. It's a hell of a buy. Long term, Disney's a hell of a buy right now. Nobody likes this guy, Bob Iger. No one likes him. But look, everything he's doing is right. It's how you run a company. And this guy's going to turn this shit around over the next couple of years. There's no doubt.
Well, there was talk about them maybe selling ABC, right?
Yeah. They wanted to unload ESPN. They may sell ABC.
Guess who? Guess who? Has put a bid in of $10 billion for ABC and all those things. Byron Allen.
Really?
By the way, I did Byron Allen's Comics Unleashed like 15 years ago. Still getting checks.
Dude, that was amazing. I saw you on that. Like you were just got up. You started humping the ground. Like I thought you were gonna.
Yeah, I did the incredibly deep, iconic stripper in a wheelchair bit. Yeah. Okay,
it's awesome.
It's a legendary bit.
So
here's the thing, dude.
It's great.
This is how old those credits are. MySpace was around when I was doing those shows, and I would always know when they would run my show because I'd wake up with like 100 MySpace friend requests, right?
Oh,
like,
cool,
the show must be run. But it was the number one credit for getting followers at that time. Like what he did was amazing, and I can't believe nobody's ever done anything like that.
The bid was for ABC, FX, and National Geographic. I guess that's just thrown in there probably. But yeah, 10 bills for.
Well, my whole thing is like, networks. So they're discussing like the real buy is ESPN. That's the real buy.
Would that come with this? Would that come with what he's talking about?
No, that's what he's saying. It won't. And I go, that you want the saving grace is live sports. It's the only thing that anybody watches consistently right now. It's the only thing, and let's face it, it's mostly football.
Yeah, and they treat us like dog shit. They treat sports fans like dog shit.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And if Byron Allen got it, it would totally change. I guarantee you, he would get rid of all that woke shit. Howie, I sent a text to Johnny the other day. When the U.S. basketball team got kicked out of the FIBA tournament, they had 3 chicks and a guy discussing what went wrong with the FIBA basketball team. Like, dude, I could go right now to Venice Beach. It would be packed. How many hours would pass before I'd find one woman who knew what FIBA was?
Yeah. Is that like FUBU?
Yeah, I don't know. Is that clothing for black people? It's just ridiculous. So that is it. I mean, they are. So now I was telling Johnny this the other day. Now I'm training myself to watch Fox Sports because it's less woke. It's still got woke stuff. You're like, okay, what are we doing here? But they got to play a little bit of the game. But dude, it's like no more WNBA highlights. You can't find the WNBA anywhere on foxsports.com. It's nowhere. I mean, it is the lead story on ESPN.com every time.
Stupid.
We're in the
it dominates the bottom line too, dude. It's on the bottom line now, like free agent signings in WNBA.
Nobody cares. It's the Emperor's New Clothes. Nobody's like, what are we excited about here? But if you go to Fox Sports, you got to watch NASCAR. And that's the trade-off. I mean, it's not as brutal as people like sportscast announcers going crazy for layups.
Isn't it funny? There's never any move to make NASCAR races shorter. You know, all these, like, everybody's trying to make their game shorter. NASCAR, it's like longer. Let's make it longer. Have you noticed that? Yeah, how did they? Why has NASCAR been kind of grandfathered into this attention span thing? NASCAR fans just don't give a shit. They'll sit there for 8 hours and watch a race. It's crazy. I don't understand that.
Remember,
That's why I can't
like,
get into it. Too long.
Remember 10, 15 years ago how popular NASCAR was popular like 15
It was
years
jumping.
ago.
Is it not now?
I don't think it is as much as it used to be. It used to
What
be.
the ratings are? Let's see.
Used to be huge. Of course, horse racing used to be huge. And, you know, that's nobody even knows what that is anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like boxing. There's a couple sports that just, you know, they don't draw anymore.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's my whole thing about the WNBA. It's not that it's sexist. It's just like in a marketplace of ideas, it's not the best idea. It's just not. You're competing against every single sports agency, every single television channel, every movie, and every single YouTube content creator.
What would you do if you suddenly made the emperor of the WNBA, Sam? What would you do to
I would
make it?
I would highlight gambling. That's what I would do. I would highlight the gambling aspect of the WNBA.
You
Make
can
money gambling.
It's totally legal. You can bet on every damn game.
Dude, they got dude, I've been saying this, like we should do this in Punch Drunk Sports. We should have a fantasy WNBA fantasy league. Just to see
nobody
who
knows
win.
any of the players. It'd just be a crapshoot.
Yeah, that's why it'd be hilarious. The point is you
would lose interest after a week. You can't even pay attention to the NFL fantasy football.
What about, not to be sexist, but what about a lingerie women's basketball league?
There's not enough outlets for that.
Now there it is. Yeah, but dude, you would tune in to see like 6'10" lesbians in their skivvies. Like you would watch that. That'd be kind of cool.
You know what's so funny is like when you go, hey man, maybe they should dress sexier. Women, everybody loses their mind. But every other sport, they're trying to wear as little clothing as possible, right? I mean, like
volleyball,
like women's tennis, they're trying to go out there crotchless. You know, they're just like anything they can.
You can see all their nips the whole time in tennis. Yeah,
it's so dumb.
So
I don't think that would help.
You mentioned MySpace, Sam. This makes me wonder if Twitter might be might be heading that way. Elon Musk, as he is wont to do, was discussing recently on Twitter that he might make it a fully paid for service. Like he might put Twitter behind a paywall. He said it's the only way he can think of to get rid of all the bots. I don't know if I believe that he cares about that as much as he wants to make money.
Oh, he's going to. You're going to have to pay. It's I mean, I don't know. Probably say what you want, but it will get rid of the bots.
Let me just read his quote real quick, and then you talk about the single most important reason we are moving to having a small month, and he's saying it like they're going to do it, monthly payment for the use of the X system is it's the only way I could think of to combat the vast armies of bots, because a bot costs a fraction of a penny, call it a tenth of a penny, but even if it has to pay a few dollars or something, some minor amount, the effective costs of bots would be very high. He says they're going to come up with some tiered pricing, and he wants it just to be a small amount of money, but just to make it impractical for them to continue to operate bot farms.
Well, what's going on is he's totally right about the bots.
Yeah.
And so what are your options? You can continue to have bots, and then they astroturf a bunch of stuff, and like one person could have 1,000 bots. Just the way it is. So you got that. So your options are one of two things. Either have people put their digital ID with their account, and now we start getting into the government tracking your speech, what's
the difference if you have
to
put a card on your account? What's the fucking difference if you have to put a payment information that's got your name attached to it, your address,
But on Twitter, do you have to put a credit card? You don't have to.
No, if they did this, you would, though, because you'd have to pay it.
Well, this has been Whitney Webb's whole thing, that this is where he's going with it. This is all part of the, like Elon Musk shows his true side every once in a while. He'll let you know exactly who he is and what he's doing. He just had Netanyahu on, kissing Netanyahu's ass.
Oh, everybody kisses his ass. I don't get it.
So when you walk out of my apartment, you take a right, you go maybe 100 feet. And the other day I was sitting in my car and I saw Elon Musk's mother walk out of the apartment complex with her little white dog. She lives right next to me. Elon Musk's mother. She's not bad. She's like probably 75, maybe 80. Not bad. Attractive looking older lady.
So let's get this right.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you hit it or something. You just saw her.
Let's get this right.
I would.
Dude, you're banging Bin Laden's cousin, okay, and you could be banging Elon Musk's mom. Like you would be so in the middle of the power mix, bro. That'd be the best, dude.
They would be doing page 6 items about you, like who is the mystery man banging Elon Musk's mom? Does he have connections to the Bin Laden family?
I would 1,000% send one in to Elon Musk's mother. There's, just
in case you ever see him around, What'd she say?
What did I say?
She goes, "You're too poor." Yeah, but if I told her I'm going down, I'm going to munch that for a good 30 minutes.
Oh dear.
30 minutes of munchings.
He goes, "Nah, she don't fuck broke bitches."
Yeah, she doesn't fuck broke bitches, bro. She doesn't,
really,
dude.
you'd have
that
one
is
up
so
on Elon.
hilarious.
Would you break up with me if you found out I cheated with Elon Musk's mother, or would you high five me?
No, I will put it on TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah, that'd be great. And then she could finally start dating up like she deserves.
Oh, she's not bad, is she?
No problem, Hotch. You could do better.
God,
look what his mother does with her hair. Did she look like this, Howie? Did she have her hair like this whole thing, like Cruella de Vil or whatever?
She looked more like she's a little. Those pictures look amazing. She looks a little older than that. And she had a hat on actually, but that's her. She lives right next to me. She looks like the one in the blue right there, the light blue shirt. That's what she looks like exactly.
Light blue shirt.
Yeah,
right
you just look one. She was wearing like a light blue Carolina blue.
Okay.
Right there. Right. That's her. Yeah, perfect picture. She got a little white dog, and I crept up on her and I stared her right in the face, and I said hi. And she just looked at me like I was some sort of fucking weirdo, and she just walked right by me.
Well, she's got great intuition then if she did that, because come on, Howie, let's be honest. You did want to fuck her.
Well,
100%
the weird part is it's not a busy part of the street, so it was just me, her dog, and some guy delivering Amazon packages. So,
are you saying that if she was up for it, you could have just gone in the alley? Is that what you're saying?
There actually is a church. Yeah, there's a church right there. There's a little area. I'm sorry.
What are you, Opie and Anthony? What are you, Opie and Anthony? So here's what you do: you get Hot's agreement. You go over there. You drop the wood on Elon Musk's mom. She makes a call to her son, and they highlight your special on X. There you go. Now 1 million people see it.
That's the move.
You get your own comedy special.
Yeah.
You get your own comedy special, bro.
That's the move right there. Do it on X. If I got to go see her once every couple of weeks, look, I'll have to take one for the team, Ots.
Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure.
Maybe
here's the deal. Every time you bang Elon's mom, you got to give Hots a bunch of emeralds, since that's how the Musk made their money. You got to give her a couple emeralds.
Emerald.
Yeah, you would have no problem with that. You really would.
I like shiny things.
Yeah, for sure. Sure.
Yeah, except for my helmet.
Except for your boyfriend. He's dull and rusty.
Oh dear.
I'm feeling.
All right, what's the next story?
I would say that the payment information thing. I mean, I guess that is a better. I mean, that's definitely better than just putting your ID in. At least there's some. But we know that the payment processors will give that to the government. They always do. They fold. So if they want the info, they can get it, even if it's not from Twitter directly.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, I think he'll charge. I think he will. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
And he's saying it like he is. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he had much of a plan, does it?
No.
I really am surprised by that. But hey, are we ever going to get lower interest rates? I know there was some talk about maybe the Fed. But when do you think that's coming, Howie? Ever?
Well, we're going to find out tomorrow. the Fed's meeting the next 2 days.
What are our
They'll
chances?
get this idea. I don't think they'll raise them tomorrow this week, but they may go one more time in the fall. And
boy.
everyone I'm talking to on the street says that they'll start dropping rates hopefully in the spring. But the problem right now is you got oil's going up, gas is going up. Fucking orange juice is at what, a 75-year high?
Orange juice, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, you got commodities up. Things got to come down in price a little bit. Things got to slow down.
Dude, how much is gas where you are?
That's a good question. I filled up the other day. It wasn't that bad. What was it like? What's gas like? 4.30?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I filled up the other day. It wasn't too bad. Not too bad. Not like California. Not like California's insane. It's like nowhere in the world.
Yes.
We have like $6 gas.
God damn. Holy shit. $6.
It's out of control, dude.
I mean, 10-gallon tank, man. $60 every time. That's not even. It's like filling up a Hyundai.
Listen, dude, we produce enough oil we don't need Saudi oil. We produce enough oil.
Especially with all these hybrid cars coming out. No.
They claim that would make the price go up even more. I don't know if I believe that, but if we did take it domestic.
Why?
Because the price to make it here is the only reason they're importing is because it's cheaper to import it in certain instances. That's what they say. I don't know.
To actually, with the refineries, to actually turn it into gas, it's an expensive process. So, I don't know.
I mean, the Saudis are just effing everybody, and it's just ridiculous. What
about crypto? What about FTX suing the shit out of Sam Bankman-Fried's parents?
That's funny.
What? Oh, tell me the story.
You haven't heard about this?
No.
Go ahead, Al. They're suing his parents.
They're suing his parents for, mismanagement of funds. They basically think they were in on it, which I think they were too.
The allegation was that they funneled millions of dollars to Stanford.
Okay, so when you say FTX, you mean the people who had coins on FTX or the actual administration?
The company.
The company, FTX. The actual FTX company is suing.
Damn, dude. Damn.
They're saying that they were funneling like millions and millions of dollars to, like Stanford and a bunch of other, what would you say?
Yeah, I mean, that thing was just so shady, bro.
It
was a piggy bank for those idiots. 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing as Celsius.
And I mean, don't be surprised if they find something. They bring them into this criminal investigation. That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I think that's what's going to happen to Dickie Hart, who nobody knows where he is right now. He is definitely. It'll be interesting. I just don't see him showing up to court. I just don't see it happening, man. His Hex is trading at 0.0036, whatever that even is.
It's down even more, huh?
He's getting sued left and right, and nobody knows where that dude is.
He's in jail.
No, he's not Richard Hart.
Oh yeah, I mean, unbelievable how you nailed that.
Let's see.
You nailed that the day he was on the show. That dude gave the vibe of just a pure criminal.
Here's what he tweeted 3 days ago. When Bitcoin is down 62% and Ethereum is down 68%, your coin might be down too. Remember when I called the top publicly years ago? Remember when ETH dropped about 95% from around $1,500 to $80 in 2018? Now it's $1,600. How much did you load up on that 95% dip? You'd be sitting at 20x your stack now, even after the 68% dip from $5,000 to here. Ask yourself, who were the people selling back then and who were the people buying? Every trade has a buyer and a seller. Remember, I bought Bitcoin back when it was $30 and it went right down to $2 shortly thereafter. But now it's $26,000. Cryptocurrencies have done 90+% dips over and over. It's not new. little defensive there. He turned off comments, by the way, on that
It's
post.
not him. That's not him tweeting. There's everyone, even the
Oh, I know.
Hexicans-
No. The Hexicans are saying it's not him because they don't want it to be him. They think it's desperate. It's not, his normal MO, but I think it is him. It's desperation.
Well, there's a lot of Hexicans that are suing him. I mean, there's going to be a class action suit. They're going to hunt him down. He just fucked a lot. We said that, and I don't feel bad for these people because we told them, told them. Any dude that's wearing women's handbags, dressed in pink, walking around with camel toe, that's how are you going to trust a dude like that?
Can you power rank the worst part of things he does? I mean, you laid out a lot of things. What is the worst? Power rank it.
The worst?
Camel toe, or lying about his crypto. What is worse?
I think lying about the crypto is way worse because the dude can't help it. I mean, he walked around. He's just one of those dudes that has a natural cunt gut. He's got a full-fledged squirrel pouch. He's got marbles in his pants. And when you have that, don't wear tight Prada pants that are meant for a heavy chick. Just don't do it. Don't wear women's handbags. Don't skip around while you're robbing everybody. And it's not like he was robbing the rich and paying the poor. He was robbing the poor and just robbing more poor. I mean, that's what he did. Guy, in my opinion, he's the lowest. At least with the major Ponzi scheme dude, what's his name? The guy that ended up dying in jail.
Madoff.
At least Madoff was sticking it to his own people. That had hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars.
Well, that's why he actually is the only one that goes to jail for those things, is because he stole from the rich and not from the poor. You light up the poor, no, you get a slap on the wrist, and then you get started another business. You steal from the rich. I mean, Jon Stewart crying about his mom getting lit up. Now, I'm not for anybody being ripped off, but when you're getting those kind of payoffs or dividends or whatever you smart people call it, you gotta know something's up. You gotta know something's up.
I agree.
I mean, I guess we should have taken that advice with Celsius, huh?
Well, I mean, I had literally
13%.
I agree, Johnny. Hindsight is retarded.
Yeah.
And I had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Hexicans coming at me a year ago, 6 months ago, saying, you have no clue. You don't understand. This is too complicated. And I'm just like, guys, you're just proving to me that half of the world is just really fucking stupid.
It's too complicated. That's great.
Yeah. I just don't even know how to answer that. I mean, it was, and I wasn't going to back down. I was like, no, you guys are clueless, man. And you're getting robbed and you're going to lose everything. And everything I look on Twitter, people they lost their asses. They really did. And these people didn't have a lot of money, man. And that's why this is just a dirtbag, this guy Dickie Hart.
Yeah.
I hope they find him.
They are not going to find him. That guy's long gone.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
South Africa.
He's gone.
He's probably already transitioned. He's probably already transitioned.
I watched that Dumb Money movie. It was funny. It wasn't the best, but it was pretty good. It got that whole thing. It was really interesting to see Gabe Plotkin, the new owner of the Hornets, co-owner of the Hornets, and how much of an idiot he looks like through this whole thing. But yeah, that's a good movie. If you were into that GME at all, or you are interested in that subject, it's not. It's not. It's not the best movie like that I've seen, but it was good. I enjoyed it. It's funny.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's about it. We got big news tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be huge. The Fed's coming out, and they're gonna basically dictate what the market does and where it goes forward. And I personally think we might get a nice, 3 to 7% correction, and I hope we do. That's what we want.
I'm hoping, dude. Howie, I'm gonna start talking to you. I want to start investing my shit. I don't know if I'm gonna buy a house in Los Angeles. I'm starting to think this is getting a little out of control out here, and I mean, like Dana was like, not that I'm in the house for a $2 million house. I'm not even close to that. And so I'm just saying Dana likes to go look around, and she was looking at, there was a $2 million house. We weren't looking. She was just doing what everybody does, going through. I can't afford that. So I just wanted that at the bud. Just looking at the prices of houses. And if you got bank loan for a $2 million house, do you know how much you will pay for that house when it's done?
Can't imagine.
About what, $7 million?
You will end up paying $4 million for that
God.
house by the time that loan is done.
Oh, that's why rich people deal in cash, dude. Oh my God. That's terrible.
It's like ridiculous, man. So I'm like, dude, just the down payment on a house in LA is how much you pay for a house almost anywhere else except for New York.
That's crazy.
Yeah, wait. I think in the spring rates will start to drop. It'll be a big difference.
But I mean, like, dude, it's just like the price is just ridiculous. I mean, we're going to need a natural disaster to lower these prices. Like, dude, they were talking about like after the earthquake, you could get a house in LA for like $200,000. Like, it was crazy how cheap it was.
After the Northridge earthquake?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. What? So people were afraid and moving out? That's curious.
Yeah, people laugh.
You need a little 4.7 on the Richter scale. That'll do it.
No, I don't want that. I don't want anyone to get hurt, but I was like,
I don't want that either.
But it was just like, holy cow.
No, please.
All right. So what do we got left here? Howie, this has been a weird episode. I want to apologize to everybody about eating on the podcast. I've been running crazy all day, and I'm sorry about that. I owe everybody a major apology.
It looked like a good sandwich though, Sam. I have to say.
It's a good sandwich. It was a really good sandwich. I make this promise to you. I will never do that again, ever. So I'm sorry about that. I love Cash Daddies. I love doing Cash Daddies. Johnny, I will never do. Johnny.
Under what penalty are you saying this?
No penalty.
If you do it, what happens? What's the consequence?
Hold on, dude. God. Okay, what's your pick, dude? Because you gotta go to a game. What's your pick?
Yeah, we bought calls on Amazon today. And I got basically, you really want to, especially in your IRA people listening, look at Morgan Stanley at $87, $88 a share. Look at Disney. Disney's a long-term hold, but look, all the cards are lining up nicely. They have the CEO. They're putting money back into the park on cruises. This is going to be a juggernaut in 2 years. I really like Disney at this price. They're changing a lot of things, and they're going to be firing on all cylinders about a year.
All right, man. This has been a fun one. It's been a weird one. I feel bad that I ate on this show. It was unprofessional of me. I owe you, I owe Howie, I owe Johnny, and I owe Carl back there an apology for that. I'm sorry.
Carl didn't know.
Let's go, Yankees.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to Cash Days. Leave a 5-star review. Tell us what you think. We love you. We'll talk to you soon.